Turno, history teacher, Maynard High School, and proud fan of the World Series champion 2018 Boston Red Sox. And this is MHN.
Good afternoon.
Hello there, fellow Maynardian.
And this is MHN News.
Welcome back to MHN.
Welcome to Pam's Corner.
Type City, let's go.
Yo, what it do, YouTube?
With your college football update.
And this is Brazzy Talk.
Welcome back to sports.
This week's photo was captured by...
Welcome back to Fashion Mania.
Reporting from the Red Sox game.
And welcome to Top of the Hill.
Welcome to Photo of the Week.
The football team felt.
This was episode 4 of Simple Cooking.
Welcome back to MHN For the People Thanksgiving Spectacular!
MHS Interact Club collected a bag of personal care items and $120 for the Waltham House.
Good start, Interact Club.
The Foundation for Metro West's Youth and Philanthropy, an experimental leadership program, is looking for local youth to join.
This is a free 17-week program that meets on Tuesday evenings from 7:30 to 8:30 at the Grange Hall in Sudbury. This begins January 15th and runs through May 28th.
Max talks midterm elections on Top of the Hill.
And welcome back to Top of the Hill. As always, I'm your host, Max Ludwig, and this week we're talking about the midterm elections. While it wasn't the blue wave that many predicted, the Democrats were able to take back the House for the first time since 2010. This past Tuesday was also a night of firsts. In the first Congress with at least 100 women, there have been many new congressmen and congresswomen elected from minority groups. These include Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib, the first Muslim women to serve in the House, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the former waitress who is now the youngest woman ever to serve in Congress, along with Ayanna Pressley and Johanna Hayes, who are the first African-American women to represent their state, Massachusetts and Connecticut respectively. In the Senate, the wave was unable to hold true, as Republicans were able to flip 3 key Senate seats and expand their majority as they flipped the Indiana, North Dakota, and Missouri seats. Yet Democrats flipped 2 Republican seats as well. In Arizona, as Representative Kristen Sinema took retiring Senator Jeff Flake's seat, and Jackie Rosen beat incumbent Dean Heller in Nevada. There are still a few seats yet to be determined, as the gubernatorial races are being recounted in both Florida and Georgia, as well as the Senate race in Florida. The big takeaway from the night was Beto O'Rourke, who was quite close to unseating incumbent Ted Cruz in one of the most conservative parts of the country, Texas. He came within 3% of Cruz in a race that should normally be a landslide Republican victory. This has many in the Democratic Party seeing O'Rourke as a potential candidate in the 2020 presidential election. Tune in next week for the latest breaking political news out of our nation's capital. I'm Max Ludwig, and that was Top of the Hill.
Beep beep! Here we are in Turkey Town!
Oh, hello there. Which one of you lucky fellas wants to get eaten by me this Thursday?
Cam gives you 3 restaurants to check out this Thanksgiving.
Welcome to Hype City in a galaxy far.
No. We're not doing that part.
We're not?
Nope.
Oh, cut it then, cut it. Welcome to the turkey gobbling episode of Hype City, Thanksgiving special, of course. We're going to be talking about some stories. Kick back, relax, enjoy a turkey leg with your family, and, well, let's get into it. Starting off our stories is the story of how a grandma was cooking a turkey, and she lost her wedding ring, and she didn't even know how it got there. Secret engagements, am I right? So our last story has 2 people driving, and a turkey flew out of their door. Don't ask me how. They had the turkey in the back seat, didn't unlock it. That's why you need seatbelts, people. Now, let's get on to the heightening round. Where are you going for Thanksgiving?
To my grandparents' house.
My aunt's house.
I'm staying at my house and helping my uncle move in.
Any restaurants you find interesting? Well, check these out. Do you eat airline food? Well, here's some better food for the air, of course. It's called Dinner in the Sky and it takes place in Belgium. Basically, you go there, you sit in a crane, and you eat while going up the crane. Yeah, so here, take a look at this video. So, like 50% of people in this school love cats. I'm personally a dog person. But, you know, if you want to dine with them, that sounds pretty cool. There's a place in Tokyo called Nekorobi, and it's basically a cafe. Cats, mush them together. Cafe filled with cats you can pet while eating. Canadians are pretty wild. That's why they take the blind date to the next level of this next restaurant. You go in, and waiters who are blind serve you. You cannot see a thing. That's how dark it is. You have to feel for your food. Mr. Ogden really does recommend this restaurant since he went to it. That's it for today. Now, here's the turkeys!
Okay, first we start with the bird. Let's see here. Remove bird from freezer at least 24 hours before cooking. Boop. Well, I'm sure that's just a minor technicality.
Yum yum.
Maynard has been recognized as a green community thanks to the help of MHS's own Green Committee.
Mrs. Lerner, along with the club members, were featured in a recent Beacon Villager news article. Friday, November 30th, Northeastern University will be holding its Building Bridges program.
So, students who are interested in a career in engineering, make sure to be there for all the interactive sessions and fun activities.
Tommy has some Thanksgiving photos.
Welcome to Photo of the Week. I'm your host, Tommy Smith, and we have Timmy Lawton on camera. We're here to bring you all the best photos from all the Maynard High students and faculty. And our first submission, submitted by our very own teacher, John Ogden, is a picture of a large turkey. The turkey is showing off its feathers, and it's got a great colorful head and is ready for Thanksgiving. And our second submission, submitted by myself, Tommy Smith, is a picture of an owl in my own house. Somehow it came down the chimney, but it made for an eventful morning and a beautiful picture. And our third and final submission, submitted by Siobhan Prince, is a very confusing picture. The picture is taken on the side of a building and is looking up at a beautiful plane flying across the clear sky. And that's all for Photo of the Week. Thank you for tuning in, and now back to the studio.
Our resident Scream Queen Caitlin talks terrifying turkey flicks.
There's no such thing as an evil turkey.
This little baby bunny got its stomach gnawed open by a beak.
Welcome to Fright Night, y'all. I'm your resident Scream Queen, Caitlin, and this is the Thanksgiving episode. You might be a little confused right now. Well, let me explain myself. I done goofed on this one, boys. The camera didn't pick up any audio for this episode, but that's alright, because what's more important is me telling you about this gosh darn Thanksgiving movie. Let's go. I was troubled when I first realized that I had to make a Thanksgiving episode. There is nothing to talk about, I said. Boy, was I wrong.
There's no such thing as an evil turkey. Oh, wait. I lied.
All I can say is that as bad as this movie is, it is wholesomely entertaining. This film is terrible and it's hilarious. If you like to rip on bad movies with your friends, or if you found movies like The Room so bad that they're hilarious, because they are, Thanksgiving is a gosh darn national treasure, and I wholly recommend you get together with a couple of buddies over Thanksgiving break and just go hog wild with this one, lads. It is a Thanksgiving delight. This week's Flicks pick is a movie called Veronica. It is a Spanish film taking place in 1990s Madrid. It is a quality, slow-burn, supernatural-themed horror film that has some pretty intense parts, and I genuinely recommend this one, boys. This week's horror pro tip is brought to you by Turkey, the Thanksgiving turkey. Cherish what you're thankful for, and make sure not to take a wee on a sacred totem pole in the woods, because that's how he is summoned, every 555 years. Thanks for bearing with me on this one, lads. We'll be back to normal next week. But for now, back to the turkeys.
Lance, you're big.
Hey Molly, have you heard about any of the December and November service projects yet?
Yeah, Alyssa Ray is making centerpieces for Open Table, and that sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, it does. I personally want to help out Megan Thompson and Hannah Booth raise money for the local animal shelter.
Nate tells us what to expect in the NFL.
I'm Nate, and this is Boston Sports Thanksgiving Edition. Started to play these games on Thanksgiving in the early 1900s. They were played between two teams, the Chicago Bears and at that time the Chicago Cardinals, who changed to the Green Bay Packers. First off, let me start with the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. I think the Bears will win this game. The Bears have a dominant defense, including star outside linebacker, maybe the best defensive player in the league, in Khalil Mack. And I don't think the Lions offense will be able to do anything against him. That game starts at 12:30 in Detroit. The next game is at 4:30 between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins, which will be played in Dallas. I think that the Redskins will win this game because of their roster and the lack of offense and defense by the Dallas Cowboys, even though they have one of the best running backs in the league, in my opinion, Ezekiel Elliott. Based off the game earlier in the season, they should win because they won that game 20-17. It'll be close, but my prediction is 24-21 Redskins. On to the final game of the day. The New Orleans Saints are playing the Atlanta Falcons, and I expect a good-sized Saints wins. A lot of people are saying that the Saints are the best team in the league because a couple weeks ago they beat the best team at the time, which was the Los Angeles Rams. Plus, they have a loaded offense, including one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Drew Brees, and other stars like running back Alvin Kamara and wide receiver Michael Thomas. My prediction, 35-17 Saints. Finally, my game of the week pick. It is a college football game. The number 10 Ohio State Buckeyes will be playing the number 4 ranked Michigan Wolverines at Ohio State. The Wolverines have a good team on both sides of the football, including Ole Miss transfer Shea Patterson and defensive end Chase Winovich. The Buckeyes also have a good team, including stars like quarterback Dwayne Haskins, running back J.K. Dobbins, and cornerbacks Kendall Sheffield and Damon Arnett. That game will be played at 12 p.m. on Saturday in Columbus. That's all.
Hey! Not bad. Nice hot butter. With bread. Turkey's a little dry. The turkey's a little dry! Oh, foul accursed thing! What demon from the depths of hell created thee?
So for this special Thanksgiving episode, me and Tom are going to try this. This is a grass jelly drink. It's from Taiwan. The ingredients are grass jelly, water, honey, and it contains wheat. So that's fun. I'm not.
Wait, I want to take a smell of it. Ooh, it just smells like tea, actually. Ooh, that's a fun color. That's a fun color.
It fell on me. So it's like really dark brown, and there's chunks in it. So.
All right,
wait.
Who's drinking it first?
It also came with this really big straw.
Okay, cheers. It just tastes like tea, man.
Chunky, right?
Ugh, yes.
To be fair, when I poured this into this cup,
there was more liquid than chunk.
It was more liquid than chunks. This is pure chunk.
So it's kind of like the honey tea. It tastes like that, but if you put grass in it.
It's like, it's not even grassy, I don't think. It's just kind of like earthy.
That's what grass is.
No. Grass is like...
Grass is the earth.
It's like dirt.
The earth is grass.
But grass is like... It's not dirt. There's a difference between a grassy taste and a dirt taste. And this tastes like dirt.
I am what I am. And what I am is the luckiest man in the world.
Yeah!
Was that a great toast or what?
You're the toastest with the mostest. Family.
Thanksgiving!
Thanks for watching.
This has been MHN.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone!
Gobble, gobble.
Woo! Eat some turkey.